So hi everyone, it's me again, Teacher Miss, and welcome to my channel. Okay, for those of you who were done with module number 1, this is module number 2, and we will proceed with how to compute the startup cost and capitalization. So if you missed module 1, all of the links are in the description box, including my contact information. And if you have questions, please comment so that I can answer through comments, and your classmates can also read your comments. Again, the purpose of this tutorial video is for the use of the students of Holy Cross of Davao College. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so if you notice, if you remember in the format, the first one is assumptions, but usually I like to prepare the assumptions at the last part. But the first thing that you have to do before you proceed with pre-operating expenses is to change the company name. So if your company name, let's say sample company, you have to change that according to what is your company name. And next is we will proceed with pre-operating expenses. So this is the computation of the startup cost and capitalization. The startup cost and capitalization will include 3 sections. That's the pre-operating expenses. These are expenses that you need before you start. And then capital expenditures. Actually, these two are the same. This includes startup, at ang difference lang nila is si pre-operating expenses are for expenses, for the period, and capital expenditures are long-term assets. So I know you are familiar with the 5 elements of financial statements. So expenses is the pre-operating expenses are expenses, and the assets are long-term assets are for capital expenditures. And then we have working capital computation. So usually, working capital will include your operating expenses, and sometimes this will also include your cost of sales computation. Okay? And then the contingency. Now, if you notice, ang naka-orange lang ani is the contingency. So you have to adjust the contingency according to the required format. So when you're starting, actually, this is the first and the last that you are going to prepare. So naana siya mga ano dara. So dapat bakit siya na ito lang ang naka-highlight ang contingency? Because dapat you have to make sure that the contingency is not too small, not non-negative, and not too small. And then, dili siya bungkig, no? So, actually, si contingency is, siya ang nag-catch sa bungkig. Pero, kanila imong pwede i-change because all others are based on other parts of the template. So, kanila imong pwede usabon. So, saan ito galing? So, the total pre-operating expenses are from this letter A to E, and then the capital expenditure is F to H. So, ito yan, F to H. Okay. So, first is you have to assign permits and licenses. So, generally sa Davao, the cost of permits and licenses is around 10 to 15,000. So, I suggest you stay this at 15,000, maliban na lang kung magka-problema mo sa profit and loss ratio. Accountant's fees is set at 2,000. Mo ni siya ang bayad sa kanang mga first na mag-process sa imuhang permits. So, you can set between 1,000 to 3,000 depende sa inyong kadako sa inyong company. Okay, promotional budget is based on your promotional activities that is presented in your marketing plan. So sa inyong marketing plan, nakabutan na dito, di ba? Dun sa inyong promotional activities. So if your promotional activities will include Facebook boost, tarpaulin, flyers. So the total of that should match this report kasi tanawon na siya sa panel kung naga-match sila. Next is rent. Now, you don't own the building, dapat na-adjud mo yung rent. So, ang common questions na mahitabuan ng rent is, Ma'am, wala mi rent kasi naalang man mi sa balay lang mi mag-prepare. You still have to assign for rent. Because, that is violation to the Philippine Financial Reporting Standards, kasi even if you i-assume nimo nga naga-rent ka sa inyong balay para dili understated ang expenses. Next is tools and supplies. So ano usually nilalagay dito? If your business is these are not inventories, ha, dili ni siya raw materials. These are tools and supplies. So this usually includes mga bond paper, pens. If your business is food business, nadriya ang mga a knife, kanang kanang tagtaran, yun, mga ganon, or timbangan, ana ang sulod ani nga report, nga section. Sorry. Or these things, yan. So, if daghan kaayo mo, you can just highlight this one, right click, and enter insert cell, and then you copy, kasi kanina man yung formula, copy, control D, highlight ni mo ni. Okay, ang control D meaning ana ginasundog niya ang naa sa ibabaw. So kung ang formula ani is kana, ginasundugo na niya diri sa baba. That's yan. Those are basic Excel shortcuts that you have to know if you will prepare. And then isulat lang nimo diri akoan. And then ibalik na ko ha. Ma'am, what if gamay lang kanilang na line ang amo magamit? So i-delete lang ninyo ni siya nga line. Okay? Okay. Otherwise, that tama na siya. So, pag mag-change mo diri og amount, let's say, diba, kani naka-white man ni, so, dili ninyo ni siya hilabtan. So, let's say, kani, mahimo ni siyang 500, 600. Okay. That shall change tools and supplies. Yan. Mag-change siya diri ang part. So, yun. Diyan yan siya galing. Okay. Next is, leasehold improvement. Now, balik na sa rent kadali. Kanus amo walay rent. If you own the building, pero pag gi-own man gud mo ang building, possible na nag-rent lang pud ka sa yuta. So you still have to pay for rent at least. Okay, so leasehold improvement, pag naay rent na gyud na siya renovation. So you should assign renovation cost. Now, depende pud na siya ha, dapat ang renovation ninyo is at least na siya match pud siya sa inyong match siya sa inyong floor plan. Kung dako inyong building, ayaw pud mo pag-assign og gamay kaayo nga renovation cost. Okay? Next, balik ta diri kadali sa leasehold improvement. If you own the building ni siya. So usually kaning letter F, this is either building or renovation. So pag renovation, you will use leasehold improvement. Next is equipment and furniture. So i-separate niyo sila. Unsaon ninyo pagkabalo kung equipment na siya. Basically, lahat ng nakakuryente are considered as equipment. Yeah, dapat long-term siya. Usually, tanawin ninyo kung long-term ba siya nga magamit. So, ma-judge mo na ninyo no, kung more than 1 year ninyo magamit ang equipment, then that is classified as equipment. Otherwise, kung tanawin ninyo dili siya magamit for 1 year, you will put that under tools and supplies. And then, furniture and fixtures, I think that is, dali naman furniture and fixtures. Yan. That will include tables, chairs, and cabinets. So, all other long-term assets that is not classified as furniture nor leasehold improvement is part of the equipment. Now, ma'am, what if na ay vehicle? Although that is not very common, no? Kasi small business man ninyo. Ideally, dugangan na siyang item diri. Pero, para dili mabungkag ang format, you have para dili siya mabungkag, you have to include na lang the vehicle here sa under equipment. Although, dapat dili, no? Pero para dili lang mabungkag ang format, yan, dili. Unless, no, you are good in Excel. Kung how to sa Excel, you can manipulate this Excel file. Okay? So, idugang lang siya diri. Ma'am, but if more than ni siya, again, same sa inyong gibuhat, ako ang gitudlo, right? Highlight, all cell, all rows, right-click, insert, and then i-control D mo ni siya, control D, and then that's it. So, pwede na ni mo ni butangan, let's say vehicle. Let's say this is 60,000. Yan. And that will change also here sa equipment. Okay? And same goes for furniture and fixtures. So, again, kung kulang ang lines, right-click, insert. Kung sobra, i-delete lang ninyo siya. Okay? So, pag i-delete ninyo ni siya, possible, no, mag-error na dariya. Ayaw lang ninyo siya pagpansina. Okay? Kasi, later, ma-fix lang na siya. Just make sure, that will be all for pre-operating expenses. So, just make sure when you're done here, tapos nag-error ni siya, yan. Usually kasi, di ba, I mentioned that the startup cost and capitalization is the first and the last that you will prepare. So, bakit una na lang nako no og ingon kasi dapat i-adjust ninyo ang contingency. Now, si contingency is basta lang dili man negative diri So unsay buhaton ninyo pag ingon ana? Let's say the renovation is 70,000. Yan. So na negative na siya no. So ang buhaton ninyo i-add ninyo ni siya diri 'Diba? Highlight ninyo. Pag i-highlight ninyo na makita ninyo ang total niya diri 182,000. I hope you can see this one sa baba. So more or less dapat 182,000 more ang inyuhang ano. So let's say you can 4 partners mo kasi this template has 4 partners. So let's say 4 mo, tag 50,000 each. So that will be 200. So dapat i-click niyo ning cell diri i-click niyo ang contingency kasi siya lang man inyong pwede i-change. Di ba makita niyo dara 150,000, ato ang i-compute ko niya is 182. So dapat mag 200 ni siya. 200,000. Yan. And then enter. Yan. So mag-change ang contingency. So again, just make sure that the contingency is not too big or not too or non-negative. Okay, so that's all for pre-operating expenses. I will see you in your next video for module number 3. That will be all. Maraming salamat. Bye!